Andrew, it's so great to see Kate McKinnon in a more dramatic role.
I know. If you're the first to say that, kudos to you. I'd give you a prize if I could.
She is so likable, and I feel like that's
Yes.
key to this role because it's mostly her talking to a computer by herself. What stood out about Kate and made you want to cast her as Coakley?
Well, we were thinking of her as Claire as when we were doing lists of names, me and my producer Jared Goldman. And then suddenly we just looked at each other and we go, wait a minute. And we both thought of being there and how
Mhm.
Peter Sellers suddenly underplayed this one character and how much power there was in holding back all that comedic expectation, both from the audience and from the actor, and just how attractive that was. And I felt that there was potential for Kate to carry the same. And I think she did.
Yeah, for sure. I love her in this film. And Colby, this film explores the real constants of the human experience:
Mhm.
family, companionship, death, and grief. Whether it's 40,000 BC or in the future, what's important hasn't really changed. I found that to be a really powerful statement. What made you want to explore those themes with this kind of time hopping narrative?
I went to the planetarium in New York, maybe when I was 18 and had first moved to New York, and they have a big map of the timeline of the universe, and you walk through it and you go up and up and up, and it's the Big Bang to the formation of Earth, and then humanity is like this long. And it just sort of gave me an existential crisis that has yet to end. Um,
That we're
but
all benefiting from now.
yeah, but I think when you start to zoom out and think about what does it mean to be here for not that long, you start to sort of try to find the meaning and of life a little bit. And so I wanted to, if only to reassure myself, get to talk about the idea that, even if we don't have very much time, the things we do impact the people beyond us and ripple through time. So partly it was just to reassure my own anxiety.
Yeah, and there's a wonderful environmental message to this film as well. So I feel like that kind of came out of anxiety as well, because I definitely
Mm.
feel that at times. Um, and Andrew, I wanted to ask you about, we have these three separate thematically
Mhm.
connected stories. What was the biggest challenge in making this film flow? Because you do have to constantly be shifting between them.
That was it. I mean, all movies are broken up into little Lego pieces that you have to put back together, so you're constantly compartmentalizing. That wasn't the challenge. The challenge was the interweaving's never going to stop. It's like a song where you're going to have harmony from beginning to end. And that I hadn't seen, or at least not seen much of, and I loved the read of it, and I loved the challenge of it. And that challenge kept us going all the way through even getting music scored on the film, like how to keep things feeling like they were interconnected even when you were away from the other two storylines. And but that was the thrill. That was why I wanted to make it, was to see if we could land that plane.
I think you did. I love the little monologues that would cut to the other segments. I thought that was really cool. So thank you guys so much for your time today, and congrats on the film. I really liked it.